Welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. And today, our special guests are Bryan and Erin Schryer, that are the owners of Kent and White Insurance. And you've just recently, and I've seen it on LinkedIn last night, and I was so excited to see that somebody from our region had won this prestigious award of one of the, let me read it out correctly here, one of the top workplaces in Canada in the insurance industry. And not only in the top, you're in the top 5. And so, you know, thumbs up, guys. Like, this is incredible. So how do you feel about this?
It's definitely one of our proudest moments, I think, in our company's history. To take a company that's going to turn 75 years old next year, and to rank so high on a list, amongst companies from Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, across Canada, and not only to make the list, but to be top 5. Based on our employee feedback scores. I mean, it's something that our entire team is just so proud and excited about.
Well, again, it definitely shows that the fact that we can do things in our small little province, right?
For sure.
And Erin, I know you're pretty proud of the fact that a group in Bathurst can go and steal that award from the big guys, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you always look at Bathurst as somewhere that's forgotten maybe sometimes when it comes to the national stage. And I think this just proves that we're not. Mm-hmm. We are seen, we matter, and there's absolutely nothing that we can't do from our region.
Yeah. The timing of this discussion, as I talked to you about before, is kind of interesting, because yesterday I was on a webinar listening to our Premier, Blaine Higgs, talk about business in New Brunswick, and talk about that we're in the forefront. And we're in the forefront today. People are paying attention because of everything that's going on with COVID, which has had a major negative impact around the world. But look at where we are, and people are starting to look at us and say, well, what have you done differently? And I think it's the people that live here that have managed to do all this thing. It's not just one guy, but it's everybody together. We're doing this as a team, and people are starting to notice. And on a world forum. So here we have your company now being recognized nationally, but we need to spread this to the rest of the world, because here's another great news story for New Brunswick, and especially for our region in Bathurst.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head there, Bob. I think that the world is looking at us right now and asking how we got to this position that we're in right now. And I think that one thing about New Brunswick, and particularly our area, Northern New Brunswick, is we've been incredibly resilient. You throw things our way, and we just we pivot. So with us in particular, obviously in the insurance industry, like any industry, the acquisition of good talent is challenging. Everybody wants great people at their businesses. So it made us start to think differently about what makes an incredible workplace, and what makes people want to be part of a particular team. And we put a deliberate focus on that. And both Erin and I and everybody is just so proud of the work that everybody's done. And like you said, to be recognized on this level, it's proof that, like Erin said, it's this company headquartered in Bathurst can go right up against some titans from the big cities, and with hundreds of employees in that, and we can punch right at their weight too.
Well, and let's just talk about your team for a second, because I think that's important. Did I count right? Like 16 people?
We're up to, I think we're almost 20 right now.
Okay.
I should know this right off the top of my head, but yes.
Yeah, but so you've got 20 people. When I'm looking at this, is you talked about being 75 years in business, but there's nobody in that group. When I looked at the pictures, 70. You've got one token old guy, and that's Mark. And I suppose you got to keep him around. But but you've got a young group working in an old, mature market and coming with a whole bunch of new, innovative ideas.
Yeah, and I think that's really helped us a lot. You know, we've looked at these kind of young, dynamic people that honestly, a lot of them came to us without any experience in the insurance industry. But when you find these amazing people, you know, we use the term internally A+ players. When you find these A+ players, it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really matter. We can train them, and that's really been our focus. And you know, and they're out there. You know, we want people to know that if you're an A+ player, you know, and you've got those skills and that personality, again, it's like I said in the LinkedIn post, you don't have to look to the big cities, you know, and look outside New Brunswick or Northern New Brunswick to find a great workplace. You know, we're right here, and we're doing it with a team full of A+ players, and you know, and we're just going to keep adding more.
And most of the people that you have working for you are from our region too, except for Bryan, not you, Bryan, but the other Bryan, who comes from some little country down in another hemisphere and another continent.
Mauritius.
Yeah, but you've actually brought him in. He came here and went to college here, and then you've given him an opportunity to stay in this region. So if we can attract these bright young people from other countries, we can also bring back a lot of the bright young people that have left our area and can come back home.
And the way that we hire realistically is on character. Like Bryan said, you know, there's so many people with values from our region that align so closely with our company. You can train anyone on anything. The difference has really been, like you've said, we've attracted local people with great values. They're kind, they've got integrity, they're just lovely human beings who we love to work with. And absolutely every one of our team members right now is a New Brunswicker. It's a beautiful thing.
You know, you hear it from people that visit our region so often, you know, the tourists and that, and, you know, probably the number one piece of feedback, and I think you would agree with this, Bob, is you know, how kind and accommodating we are up here in the north. And you know, and so why not apply that to your business too? You know, we've, like Erin said, we've got this population of people that are so kind and accommodating. You know, if we can apply that in our businesses and how we do business, I mean, again, we're just going to you know, keep being successful. So we have the talent, we have the people, and yeah, we've really been lucky to take advantage of that.
Well, listen, guys, congratulations again on this great award. Congratulations, and thank you very much for raising up our region again to the platform of a national status. And again, for everything that you're doing different, the way that you're working with your employees, and in the name of this interview, thank you very much for putting the heat in Northern Heat.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
Thank you for the interview. Thank you for the recognition. We really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks.